Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here for the Ask Amy Q&A. If you'd like to ask a question yourself on a future Q&A, all you need to do is become a member of the Awakened Alliance at awakenedalliance.org, and then go to services and click on Ask Amy Q&A, and you will be prompted for your question, and that's how that works. And I videotape these usually Monday mornings. So try to have your question to me before by like Sunday night, US time, if you want to make it in for the next week. Okay, so today I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit, and I usually do like little intros to these, just for those of you who might be new. We're going to talk a little bit about Christ consciousness, the Holy Spirit, the Yeshua within, the way, the truth, the light within us, also known as the fifth element. So I'm going to read something to you that somebody shared with me that apparently Michelle Price put out. So I'm just going to read this to you because it's quite interesting indeed. Okay. So mentioned in films and magic books, so searched for centuries, and it has always been with us, but we have not known how to take advantage of it. The teacher, Jesus the Christ, left us that teaching. He showed us that the fifth element he preached by example, but humanity has forgotten his teachings. All the great teachers or avatars who've changed the course of humanity have always knew it in mind. This fifth element is what motivated them to try to give us light to get out of the darkness. This element is the motor of the universe. It is the force that moves everything. It is the force that moves everything, even the physical. It is the essence that gives life and breath, and it is the energy that transforms evil into good. It is the beginning and origin of life. In the end, it is the beginning and origin of everything created. It is the hope for a better life. Albert Einstein's letter to his daughter, Liesel, goes as this. It goes like this. When I proposed the theory of relativity, very few understood me, and what I reveal to you now, so that you transmit it to humanity, and will also collide with the misunderstanding and prejudices of this world. Even so, I ask you to keep it for as long as necessary, years, decades, until society has advanced enough to accept what I'm explaining to you below. This is an extremely powerful force for which science has so far found no formal explanation. It is a force that includes and governs all the others, and that is even behind any phenomenon that operates in the universe and has not yet been identified by us. This universal force is love. Love is light. Since it illuminates that the one that gives us, gosh, I cannot read right now. Love is light, since it illuminates the one who gives and receives it. Love is gravity, because it makes some people feel attracted to others. Love is power, because it multiplies the best we have and allows humanity not to become extinct in its blind egoism. Love reveals and reveals. For love, you live and die. Love is God, and God is love. This force explains everything and gives meaning in capital letters to life. This is the variable that we have ignored for far too long, perhaps because love scares us, since it's the only energy in the universe that human beings have not learned to manage at will. To give love visibility, I have made a simple substitution in my most famous equation. If instead of E equals mc squared, we accept that the energy to heal the world can be obtained through love. So E equals love multiplied by the speed of light squared. we will come to the conclusion that love is the most powerful force that exists because it has no limits. Remember that movie Limitless? They were talking about this. After humanity's failure to, and it's not a drug. That was the trick in that video. What's in that video is true, and it does happen to us, and it is limitless, but it's within us. It's not a drug we take from the outside. Isn't that funny how they twisted it to be a drug? After humanity's failure to use and control the other forces of the universe, which have turned against us, it is urgent that we feed on another kind of energy. If we want our species to survive, if we intend to find meaning in life, if we want to save the world and every sentient being that inhabits it, love is the only and last answer. Perhaps we are not yet ready to make a love bomb, an artifact powerful enough to destroy all the hatred, selfishness, and greed that plagued the planet. However, each individual carries within them a small but powerful love generator whose energy is waiting to be released. I would say that that's not small at all, actually. When we learn to give and receive this universal energy, we will verify that love conquers everything, transcends everything, and can do everything, because love is the quintessence of life. May the fifth element reign in the hearts of all sentient beings in the earth. Love and light, Michelle Price. Okay, so I looked up quintessence. The pure and concentrated essence of a substance, the most perfect embodiment of something. In ancient and medieval philosophy, the fifth essence or element, ether, supposed to be the constituent matter of the heavenly bodies, the others being air, fire, earth, and water. So I'm always showing you guys ways that we got duped. Well, we got duped on this one because it really is the fifth element. I mean, it really exists, and really is something we should be utilizing, just like we utilize all the other things. So this is why it's so important at this time that we become the observer. And we have to, as the observer, or as being the essence that's aware that there is an observer, however you want to put that, we cultivate a new set of beliefs that replace the old. It's called born again. You may even have a new personality as a result, but it is something that's when you're feeling it from the experience of being a personality, it feels like it is something that is I just had the word for it, it just jumped out, but it's basically cultivates. It cultivates within you. It feels like a cultivation. It's not. It's your true essence coming to the surface, being more prevalent. But the more that you put your attention on the aliveness in your body, along with the being aware that you're being watched, like an observer, or yet being the observer who's watching you do whatever you're doing, it's cultivating that love within us. It's like Monsters Inc. We've been in Monsters Inc. for like a long time now, where we're all being scared. God's children are being scared into giving away their loosh for the bad guys to feed off of. But now the tables are turning. Now the tables are turning, and we are going to be the opposite. We're going to be putting all this love out there, which is going to change everything right now. And I also feel, that this has to escalate for people to wake up, and for the bad guys, the Nefarians, to know this is going down. This is ending, and it's ending. Your reign is over. Your reign is done. So, and now the light is coming. Now the light is coming things are going to be coming to the surface. More and more things we're going to be flooded with more and more information coming out, revealing the truth. So, yeah. And for some reason, I'm feeling like also going into the Word of God, being the Word of God is the truth within us that is God's will. So, and how do we live in God's will? Well, we step outside the ego. We put aside our old beliefs, and we let the essence of God take the forefront. And it's kind of like we're puppets, and God is like the master. And in order to be able to do that, we have to be in that essence. We have to be the embodiment of the Holy Spirit. We have to be the embodiment of the essence of who we truly are, the chi within us, that life force energy. We have to be the beingness, not the personality. That's how we do God's will. Because when we do that, we're not thinking. There's no more thinking. The more you practice this, the more you, I mean, all the time when I'm talking to you guys, I'm feeling like I'm being watched right now. I'm putting that out there. I'm not, paranoid. Just say, I'm projecting the idea that there's something watching me right now. And that changes everything in quantum mechanics and quantum physics. So, or sometimes I even will be watching me from that standpoint also. So be doing this all the time so that and it also will help you not to be in fear. Because if we're not entertaining a story in our mind, if we're not running down some rabbit hole of information that we just found out, whether it be truth news, the other kind of news, false news, or whatever we just found out that's like, oh my gosh, that just crossed my path on Instagram or Telegram or whatever. If you can keep dropping into your heart and into your essence, then you drop ego. When you drop ego, you're led by God, which is the everything. It's all loving, all encompassing. It's all of it. It's all of the subtle yet powerful essence of who we are and what we're made of. So, and I say God, like, to help us to reframe the way that we see God and Yeshua, Jesus, all of that. I had a lot of resistance to it because I was a Bible talk leader, and I had to like reframe the way I see Jesus as a friend and as a spirit guide. And I did that, for years. And then I started talking to God. And that's nothing special. We can all talk to God. And all that is just being in touch with this essence within us. And sometimes you do get promptings and things, and ideas and downloads that, when you're doing that. So, and it's also your higher self. Your higher self is one with God. So I don't know, I was just going to make some kind of play on words, but group of deities is the way I've described it. But to be even, but that's just to give you something to look at God as something different. So it's like the subtle world. It's just the subtle world. What do they call the unconditioned essence, consciousness? Okay. So having said all that, it's the key to everything through whatever we're about to go through this month, which I just put out a March report, or put out a March Great Awakening update. Whatever's going to be happening, guys, it's to wake everybody up. It's not for you. It's not to scare you. It's not to do anything to you. You just stay home or stay hunkered down or take the best, take care of yourself the very best you can through it, ride the storm. And just remember that the show is for them, not you. Okay. So just stay in your essence. And if you cannot have thoughts, then you cannot fear. That's the key to everything, is to drop into yourself and get out of your fear. And that's really important right now. Really important. Also, Ishmael Perez has been talking about doing some blissings on March 3rd. So you may want to look up his Instagram and go see what he's talking about. And it has something to do with some kind of shift that needs to happen, or just, bringing us all together to pray. So I forget the time zones he's put out there, but you may want to go look him up and find out what, what he's doing specifically if you're interested in doing that. And I think we should all be interested in doing that right now. I think anytime anybody invites us to pray or meditate, I think it's important to meditate every day. I would do it for, we are there, guys. This is it. This is the big showdown. So it's really important right now that you find all the strength you can muster, and it'll give you more strength to stay present in the moment as well. Okay. So just, if you're weary and you're exhausted and all of that, just focus on love. Put your hand on your heart and love yourself. Love, love everything. Be grateful for everything. Drop into your heart. Stay present in the moment. All of those are going to be key. And it's going to be like an ultimate test. It's like, how can you stay in this when there's a storm whipping all around you? That's, but this is it. So take the time to meditate. Set your timer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, however you can. Focus on something in the room and be aware that there's someone watching you, or there's something watching you, which that's God, consciousness. Okay. So just, stare at something, or you can do like a listening meditation where you just sit and listen to every noise in the room, but don't make any labels up of it, or don't don't let your mind wander about what the sounds are. Just listen, just purely listen to the sounds. That's it. Don't let anything else cross your mind. Or you could do things that you see. Sometimes I meditate on, the cats playing. I really enjoy that. So I'll just watch that and make nothing up of it. I might laugh, things like that. So just whatever you can bring all your attention into one place and quiet your mind. And even as I'm talking, if you could pay attention to the space between my words. So when I pause, that is the like the enter point of where everything comes from, is the silence behind the words. The silence behind the words is even stronger and more important than the words that come out. So just notice as I'm talking, anytime I take any space between the words that I speak, or any pauses that I make, notice them, and you'll feel that consciousness. I feel some of you opening up right now. I feel some of you doing that right now, and you're actually getting a feel for what I'm talking about. So that's perfect. Awesome. You got it. You got it. All right. So, and I saw flashes of blue light today. That's Archangel Michael, and he's letting us know that we're protected. Oh yeah. And so also some miracles are going to be happening of this. As much as there's going to be like a lot of truths coming out, a lot of dumps of the truth, and a lot of scary stuff, and a lot of, upheaval, there's also going to be some incredible miracles coming. And also, I was asked this morning to do a blissing right now, which I never normally do. Some of you are on the brink of having like a major health miracle happen for you. For those of you who need just a little push to make this miracle happen, I'm going to do that for you right now. So if you've been expecting a medical miracle or some kind of health miracle, and you've been praying for it, then this blessing hopefully is going to do the trick for you and push you to that miracle. All right. It's going to be dependent on your faith. So, I can't do it if inside, deep inside yourself, you really don't feel like you can be healed. So put your belief into this and it will be done. All right. So let's relax for a moment. You could even think of anyone you feel like needs healing, if not you, and just project the energy to them, or just think about them. Think of this energy going to them to create a miracle for them. Okay. Hamana hai shishin kai lahan sase laon. Hapama homa ashe la anakes. Hapama hana ihena shishin haike sase. They said you must become the believer. Whatever it is you desire or whatever it is you want, believe that you are that already. And I talked about this in the Great Awakening video as well, but they're re-emphasizing it in terms of your health as well. Hepema shishi na hana taike he la san sepien na pum puma ana ike ha a she na. We are building our future. We are creating our future by our essence right now. Okay. So if you really want a happy timeline, then be present in the moment all the time, 24/7, every second of every day. Be aware you're being watched. Ha pamama ana hai shishinkai natais. Sanse la hapoma hama ana taikenai. Hala shishihina pumama ala again. Pama hola asan sepina shishi behe kahena sanse. Okay. Just a moment while I get my little thing for my felt things. Okay. Let me see here. Can you see that okay? I guess so. All right. 5593. He's a cute little happy worm. Little earthworm. Somebody just said it's important. Earthworms are really important right now. Okay. Thank you, earthworms, for doing your job. Okay. So 5593. How do I know blank in past lives? Do we have a significant future together? Okay. So somehow I'm going to put that into one question. Okay, so Hapama Ashishena Taiken. Okay, you have had a past life together. They are a significant person. They can be a significant person for your future. You've been married before. You were male, she was female. Wow, that's very interesting. They just show you, interesting. Okay. Well, I think wow. What a strange thing for them to be showing me right now, but it's like they kept showing me, for some reason, it's so strange, very, very interesting. What I'm seeing is that she's in a wedding dress, and either you were incredibly short or you were on your knees, and she was tall. So maybe you were a little person and she was a big person or something. But you guys were getting married and you were putting a ring on her finger. And then an NUKE went off in a past life. So right at that moment when you guys were, exchanging vows or whatever, or you had just exchanged vows and you were about to be married. Yeah, the world your lives ended. So that might explain like her, if she has a fear of commitment, she probably remembers that happening. She probably remembers. I just see like, they weren't showing me anything else. And I was like, why are they stuck on the scene where you're putting a ring on her finger? And it wasn't moving. It wasn't a moving scene. Nothing was happening. You were just like frozen there. And then I saw like this flash of light from in back of the both of you that you were not, and it's like you both went to turn, but by then you were gone. So those are not fun things for me to see sometimes. Not all of you either, I'm sure. None of you enjoy that type of thing. But however, that seems to be something that happened in the past that's really affecting your connection now. So they're just wanting you to be aware of it. There could have been a fear that was formed as a result, or a belief that that we can't have our happiness, right? When we think we're about to have our happiness, it doesn't happen, kind of thing. So okay, but then they're saying that they're saying something about the earthworm, and you like became a part of the earth again, and were rebirthed again anew. And you have another chance. Hama shashehe not taike and sase. Hala hapama hama nataike na hae san sipi na shishenke natai. Hala hopama ama an. I have past life cards. I'm gonna go get my past life cards and just see what that says. That should be interesting. Hang on. Okay. Like I'm using. All right, tell us more about this past life, or what this person needs to know about their connection to this other person. Greco-Roman. Oh, that's funny. Wow, look in the sky. Huh. All right, let's see. This card indicates that you had a significant life in Greece or Rome that is influencing the situation you're inquiring about. You may have noticed that you're drawn to Greco-Roman architecture, culture, and spirituality. Perhaps you've even visited areas of the Mediterranean which felt strangely familiar. Often when we visit a place where we've lived in other lives, we experience a sense of deja vu. During this lifetime, you had experiences and relationships that formed the basis for your present life situation. You've also carried the knowledge forward that you gained in that lifetime. Now that you're consciously aware of your connection to Greece and Rome, spend time researching these ancient cultures and the spirituality associated with those places. Your research will trigger memories and insights, and you'll come to better understand yourself and the situation. Okay. So look into that. See how that pertains. Oh. There, that picture shows in this that there's like something in the sky. I just felt the sense that something having to do with the gods. So you guys might, I don't know anything about Greek mythology or anything, but I'm venturing to guess like the god of the sun or something. I don't know if it had punished you guys, or maybe one of you was the god of the sun god. I don't know, but feel into it, start doing some research. You might have fun with that. But I would definitely also go back and let's see, how do they heal that? Boy, that's a tough one. Because usually I go back and I can change the timeline. I like what happened or what happens. Okay, I know. Okay, so I'm going to do a blissing that you'll have an epiphany about what it was that you did back then that you got punished for, that you got nuked for. Was the nuke a punishment? Yes. Wow. So I'm not even sure I'm not I'm not even sure that it affected the whole, like, everyone. Because I'm seeing just for you. Like it was something that came down on you. Punishment. Yeah, I see a punishment, some kind of a punishment. Like the gods would have these wars and stuff, and they were so many times they were so petty, so silly. Well, all fighting is really. It's totally egoic. But it feels like something like that. Let's see. They said, and now the sun is here to heal you. Oh, they're talking about the solar flare. The solar flash or solar flare. It's going to heal you guys this time to make up for what's happened, to balance the energies. Hipima anashishin kaina upon hapa ahoma ana aike. I just saw her like ducking back behind you or something, you kind of protecting you guys with integrity and honor. So whatever you did might have had to do with not being in your integrity or honor. You must have lied or betrayed or something like that. Or maybe you can even look into the different myths and people getting, I don't know, zapped by the sun and killed, or something like that. That's so interesting. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting any of that. All right. That should be an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Okay. 5594. Let's put that up there so I don't anymore use it. Okay. A beehive. All right. 5594. Hi, Amy. Last week you gave me an excellent true love spread for my soul flame and his thoughts, actions, feelings, etc. for me. Today I'm asking you for a light language blessing for me to open up to receive the highest and best timeline he has to offer me and our true love reunited. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, I'm having to keep getting up and grabbing things this time. It's so weird, but I feel like something's going to happen today. It almost feels like today is not real life or something. Like I'm in a, in the labyrinth when the girl goes back and she's in her room, but it doesn't really feel like her room. And she's looking around going, is this my room? I think I remember this. And yeah, there's this and that, like an illusion or something. So being that it's coming up right now, this could pertain to you and your life as well. Maybe even when you watch this, which would be Thursday, and today is Monday for me. So I'm going to clear for everyone right now. I'm going to do a blissing. Where did I put my pen? I'm going to do a blissing to clear if anyone's on some kind of illusory timeline, or if you're like being duped about what timeline you're on or something. We're going to get you to be able to see it and be released from it and be on your highest timeline again. Okay. Or anything like that, any kind of a dupe or trick from the dark side trying to, any kind of trickery going on, illusory trickery going on. Hapamama ashishena taikehe san se pelo opohomaan. Hala shishehena aihe. La humba mama hama ha shishehe la kire san se she la pumba ma ana tai. Hapaha ala san se shishe la poho ma ake enatains. Sa se la ana shishin kapehe mama ana ai. Okay. The Nefarians, they only have a few more tricks up their sleeve. They're going down. So if anybody's playing around with you, it's going to be something minor, or it's going to be all they got, you know. So, all right. I feel like pulling some of my daydream masculine cards. Okay. Okay, now to open you up to receive your best and highest timeline. Oh, isn't that funny? Open up to receive the highest and best timeline for you guys. You guys were on some kind of illusory track. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because I had paused the video and I walked away and I felt that whole thing, and they came back and did a blissing for everyone based on it. But I actually answered your question without realizing I had done that. How funny. Hama shishe na taike e son sipi na hopo maana haeke. I feel like it's happened for a number of you in true love relationships or true love situations that if you've been having a hard time forgiving your person, then it could be in illusion. They put you on some kind of timeline to make it as ugly as possible so that you wouldn't forgive them and you wouldn't be with them. But it was a trick somehow. Like they were tricked, like your person was tricked into doing some things that they felt you would never forgive them for on purpose so that you guys wouldn't get together. So try to be as forgiving as you can when you talk to your person this month. Okay. He's thinking of what career truly aligns with him. So maybe he's thinking to do some other kind of line of work or something. He's trying to think of how to tell you how much he loves you, how you inspire him, how your laugh tickles him to his core, how taken back he is in your presence, how much he's changed since he's known you, telling his family about you or introducing you, getting himself out of a sticky situation. Now, sometimes that's with a karmic, having fun with kids. And he's thinking about how best to fix the situation. And he's thinking about pampering you to make you feel special. Okay. Anything else? Advice? Spirit deck? Don't be afraid to rely on others to aid you at a time of need. Accept a gift or take a compliment. People feel good when they give. Let them do it. In doing so, you encourage all humanity to care. So I feel like that's also like receive the good that's coming to you. Don't be skeptical. Don't put your hands on your hips. Like it's a gift coming to you. If you don't like a situation, practice observing you in the experience rather than being in it yourself. Step outside yourself and look from a more detached perspective. So you are encouraged to listen to the beginning of this video and stay present in the moment. Be conscious of your breath and sensations in your body more often. Splitting your attention between your body and the material world increases your peace, vitality, and intuitive abilities. And then do the thing that stretches your faith. You won't be disappointed. You're getting squeezed outside your comfort zone to spread your wings and fly. So throw your inhibitions out the window and go. And just always remember, whatever you're seeing in another person, see that it's also in you. Both the good and the bad. See only you and not the differences between you, and you'll find peace. Okay. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I almost did the wedding march. Okay. 5595 is a worm in an apple. Okay. So we've had 2 worms so far. That's interesting. You might want to look up what worms mean. Okay, so 5595. Hello, beautiful Amy. Thank you. So my mom had thyroid surgery and hopes she can heal her Graves' disease, but she still has the blisters and bulging in the eyes, which has her feeling sad and hopeless. Aw. Can you please do a med bed for her? Yes. Hepe mana chishe na la eke. Hepe mahena ela. Sanse ela shishinke e. Hepe pepe na la kila and sanse. Shishe ela ana I. Ha la pamahama ana take hina sanse shehela ake en. Hapa hapa hama ana ehe shishinke. Ha ha la pon. Hapa ola sanse shi pehe pamuman. Taila sanse he shashin. Taheke ela sanse. Hepo hopo mama ana I. Okay, he sanse shi hele pe hin tati he ela hagan. Hipim hama an shishin. Hala sanse shin tahike. La sanse pien. Hapa ola sanse shin kai ela sanse hipon. Ha ala ana shishin. Ha sasen. Huh. I think she might have parasites. I think she might need to do some kind of a parasite cleanse. That might be behind the bulging eyes for some odd reason. That's if her eyes are still bulging after this. I would do some kind of parasite cleanse. Or maybe it's on top of it. Maybe it's, they're letting you know there's also an issue with parasites. They're in the brain or the top of the head area. Also, nuisance people, she needs to get rid of nuisance people from her life. People who would be considered parasites. Oh, isn't that funny? Because we got worms right there. A worm hidden in an apple even. So it could be parasites that are hidden as good people, or people who, maybe somebody who acts like they're really good for her. What would you do without me? And it's like, well, you're a parasite. You're actually not doing very, you're not serving my best and highest good. That's for sure. So she ought not be duped by that person who's acting like they're doing good for her. If they're not, ultimately, if their actions are not doing good for her, she's not doing good for her. All right. Hang on. I have a, what is it? Fairy? Fairy. Oh, a fairy's going to help. A fairy is there helping her to decipher like who the person is. Yes. See through illusions. Again, seeing through illusions. I guess there's a theme this week that's seeing through illusions. Okay. Yeah. And I just saw like a jungle, like peeking through a jungle, like clearing things so you can see straight. Okay. So, can you please, okay. And I also I would also like to know how one can heal themselves from bulging, swollen eyes for anyone that's suffering from the same thing. Well, Qigong always does really well. And I while I was doing a blissing for her also, I was getting like a Tesla wand. Sometimes that can be really awesome, like a wand that would focus right on each eye and all around the brain. I don't know where you get those, and I don't know what, I think there are different kinds you can get. Script Keeper talked about a wand, a Tesla wand recently, but I couldn't get him to tell me like what the website was or where to go or anything. So maybe if any of you guys would know, then put it in the comments below, please. Well, it's funny, but for anyone who speaks light language, they could cup their hands over their eyes and do light language for themselves. Also, if you just do that and imagine that they're healing and they're, imagine them shrinking down to normal size and imagine the disease getting eaten up like Pac-Man. Any kind of visual that you want to do, what you're imagining is actually happening. So she also needs to, or somebody in that situation would need to imagine the disease in their body, like sit down and command their body to heal it. So do like a meditation saying, wherever this is, I want you to num, 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 eat the disease. Eat the disease, eat anything that's a toxin, eat anything that's radiation, eat anything that's harming, eat any cancer, eat any, like whatever it is, just eat it, gobble it up, or transmute it, or neutralize it and pass it through. But tell your cells what you want it to do and ask it to reach into its old ancient wisdom for the healing practices that it knows best, that are deep anchored within it, because our bodies have this innate wisdom and knowledge. We just have to encourage it to go get that, because we haven't used it in a while. Yeah, I think I said qigong. Dude, ouch. Healing your heart. Healing your heart will help too. Healing any brokenheartedness, forgiveness. I would look at Louise Hay's book, Heal Yourself, Heal Your Life, I think it's called. I don't know. Something like that. It's a white book of like a rainbow heart. Yeah, I think so. Heal your thoughts, heal your life. I don't know. I forget. But basically you can talk to your cells. Your cells are listening. They will listen to you, especially if you say it with any kind of authority, like a parent who is being very stern. Yeah, those are the things that are coming to me. There's also, there's so many different things, but one of them also is, they're saying like the biomat from, what is it called? The medbed. Gosh, I used to know this because I used to talk about it so much, but it's like, I don't know, something medbed.com or something like that. They have like a bio shield. You could they have like a little night mask that has silver on the inside. It's like a soft silver. It's like it's a silver material, silver threads and stuff. But anyway, I feel like putting that over your eyes would help as well. And listening to the blissing that I just did. Anything else? Silver. Oh, they're even saying colloidal dripping. Oh, I see. I would look into this first, because I gotta, yeah. I am not a doctor. I just saw colloidal silver being put in someone's eyes for that. So look into that first before you listen to that. Just because, yeah, I just have to say a disclaimer there. But yeah, I'm feeling like putting a drop of silver in each eye, it could be helpful. And just do it. Listen to your intuition as to how often you do that kind of thing. Okay. There's something in pineapples that will help. Oh, it's like bremolase or something like that is in it, but bremolase I think kills parasites too. So I feel like also taking ivermectin on a regular basis. Yeah. So okay. And of course you'd have to look into the doses of that, yeah, how much to take. There's a gal on Instagram that talks about it. If you want to reach out to me and you have Instagram, reach out to me on Instagram and ask me for that doctor, and I'll show you who to follow, because she has like some videos that you could take a look at for dosing ivermectin paste. Okay. Okay, we're done. 5597 is a mushroom. Okay. 5597. Okay. Hi, Amy. I'm so thankful I found you online. I love you and I love all the healing for everyone. I have 3 questions for you today. 1, once I went on a ghost tour in my town, Lawrenceville, Georgia. I felt nothing the whole night till the very end of the tour. We walked down the dark alley and I felt someone down there. The story is that a slave was put in the jail there, charged for things he didn't do. Could you help release him? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I've been like, wow, people are making money off of these ghost tours and stuff, and the ghosts are still stuck in that environment, like they're cursed or damned to stay there. Um, Most times we get stuck in a situation like that, being kind of residual energy that when we die, if we feel like something is happening that's unjust, that isn't fair, and it kind of anchors you into that house or to that situation or to the property. So that's why it's also really important that we heal. So if we die, we're not stuck there saying, it's not fair. My man never showed up. I was waiting, pacing in front of this window for centuries. And, then you die, and guess what? You're always seen pacing that window, waiting for your love to come, over the seas. So don't, heal any kind of injustice you feel is going on, any kind of victimhood, before you die. Otherwise, yeah, you'll get stuck there. So let's see about this guy. Let's see if he's allowed to be released. That was just a release right there, the yawn. Some healers, that's part of what their healing process. Yawning, sneezing, itching your nose, all of that is a sign of channeling and releasing energies. So some of you who see me do some of these things, that's that's what I'm doing. Okay. Hala sensei. Yeah. Oh, okay. I asked if it's okay for him to go, and I got a yes. And like immediately he was like, I'm out of here. He That's funny. It's like he even knows, he even seemed to have some kind of awareness of what's going on in our world right now, and he didn't like it at all. Like people are talking about it on the tour or something, and he's just like, yeah, I'm not having it. I don't want to be here anymore. So yeah, he took off. So I guess that was a yes. Why don't we do a blissing? Why don't we do a blissing for all? Some owners of some haunted places are going to be calling me going, I can't believe that you got rid of my ghost. I was making money off that thing. So, I don't know if they'll sound like that, but okay. So let's do a clearing on God's will be done. That if that ghost is ready to be released at this time and the ghost desires to be gone, then we're gonna let it be so. And that maybe even God will extend some grace and humor and enable some activity in the house, even though the person is gone. you know just to be like, okay, well, here you go, rattle, rattle. All right. Come And I'm going to do this in honor of Rachel because Rachel has always, she's always coming up with these crazy blessings to do on these things you'd never even think to do, you know? So thank you, Rachel, if you're out there. And this is also going to send a blessing to Rachel because Rachel is in a kind of a tough situation right now. So this is for you, Rachel. And, you know, we're going to free these ghosts for you in your name. Hepama shashena taihela sanse ipend haike. Hapa shashinki na tai sanse elaha akan. Hapa hopama shashinki na tais. Sanse heela. Hala pumo mohama anai. Ai. Tranche sa sanse piket or lakre na tai. Some of them are stuck because they have a belief that keeps them stuck because they don't feel either safe going to the light or like they deserve going to the light or something like that. I'm trying to persuade them, but I'm trying to let them know that, you know, you just have to face the music one way or another. So may as well just go now and get it over with. You know, like let's just go to light, see what happens, or go to where you feel instinctively drawn, let's say. Because some say you should go to the void and not to the light. Hala they're going wherever they are meant to be for their best and highest good and to transform and create good in the world. According to their free will, though. Hapa and God's will. Okay. I would say there were at least 30. There were at least like 30 that just left. So there's probably quite a few that decided to stay, but 30 is pretty good. Helpful, you know, anyway. Just a little cleanup job. And I just looked at the number 777, which is spirituality, something spiritual or divinely orchestrated. Okay. Your second question. I live in a beautiful home with many trees and I love the woods in my backyard. But when I first moved in, my son saw a shadow on the wall. He said it looked like a Spider-Man, but all dark. He was on the fireplace. I also saw this inky black figure walk in front of me. Another inky black, huh? Another psychic told me that it will not hurt us, that he will not hurt us. Our kitty is never afraid either. By the way, I've invited gnomes to live in the house and fairies and leprechauns. Oh, good. And a leprechaun. But is this dark thing actually neutral? Can you clear my house of any negative energy? Yes. That wasn't a yes to her question. I was just saying that, yes, I'll do the blessing. Okay. Ooh. Okay. He's oh gosh. I don't get a good feeling. Because I asked to see him and he popped right in my face and he's like standing right here in front of me. And it's a little I don't like the energy of it at all. I think he's been harmless, but I still feel like he needs to go somewhere. He's like, please. It's almost like he's been a bad person. Like it feels like, because people who pop in my face are somebody who's died. Even an animal, if they've died, it's like boom, right in my face. And the way he came up in my face like that, I think he's a person who died. And I don't know why he would turn into a shadow person. That's kind of weird. He said, I thought so too. He's like, why am I appearing as a shadow? To people. Are you ready to be released? Are you ready to get out of there? Yeah, he actually turned into kind of a God. How do you even? He almost looked like a leechy snake, wormy looking black thing that just kind of let him go up into the ethers, I guess. I'm asking the angels to take him and put him in the proper place. They're extending grace to him apparently because he could have lashed out at you and he didn't. Like he could have done some things, and it's almost like he was using you to repent. So that's good. That's good. He was trying to do good. Protection. He said he was actually trying to protect you guys. So it's like there was a good guy and a bad guy inside that guy. The bad guy turned him into a shadow person, and the good guy like protected you. So isn't that interesting? He's gone now. So let me just, but there is like an indentation. There's an indentation in on your walls. So that is like an impression. What is, okay, hang on a minute. We're getting rid of this residual energy of him. They're his spirit guides are clapping, saying they're so proud of him for making that decision to go that way and to all that he did in that house to um they said transmute his destiny, had to change his destiny, to change his fate, what is applauded. Ta shishing he na hepama ama ana he na pum ha ma shan sheela. Now I'm asking all the fairies and leprechauns and things in the gnome. They seem like friendly gnomes, but they're all like dancing around, bringing like blessings to the home, like joy, laughter, silliness, and happiness to the home. Hapa to fill the space. Hapa shishihe not taking and the feeling of like warmth sitting by a fire, like cozy. Okay, thank you. All right. So number 3, at last, Amy, you told me that I am part of the ET Hybrid Children Program and that I have 25 children. Is my youngest sister also involved in the program, and what is her role with them? I get a yes. I think it has to do with DNA, like offering up her DNA or something, because I see her like laying down on a table and somebody extracting something in a shot. Huh. Let's see. I think she's even had a couple of nightmares about it. They're recommending the book The Dual Soul Connection. To understand more about the hybrid program. That's all I think they were using her for. Were they? No, I don't think they were. I don't think they were making babies with her. I think that they were using something, even something in her DNA was completing something in yours. Like you may have had something missing that she ended up contributing to with her own DNA. So it's like between the two of you, it provided something that they needed. But she played a minor role. I think she was scared, but the situation wasn't scary, if that makes sense. They weren't, it doesn't feel like they were wanting to harm her or anything, but because she kind of had a closed mind. Well, most people do. You find yourself laying, imagining or seeing, visualizing you're in a room and you're on an operating table and these like ETs are around you, I mean, anybody would be frightened and not know how to take that and would have nightmares. But I don't feel like there was any harm done. And I think they're trying to specify that right now too. Anything else? Okay, that was it. So just a very minor role, but it had something to do with contributing to what they already had of yours. So I don't know what that means because I'm not an ET that I'm aware of. So, I mean, we all have ET in us. But do all of us have ET in us? Yeah. Interesting. So, I mean, I've always thought so, but okay. All right. So then we just have one more. Okay, let's straighten that out. Okay. And we have what? Oh, what is that? Oh, I think that would be an ant. Is that an ant? Nala looked. She loves bugs. She woke up from her nap and looked over when I said that, when I said ant. Okay. 5598. Hello, Amy. Thank you for taking my question. You're welcome. Of course. I was recently laid off and I decided to pick a completely different career. Awesome. Hopefully something more aligned with you. I applied for like 10 jobs and one decided to hire me even though I had no experience and it's only part-time. I'm still in training, but there is this feeling I have that this job isn't for me. Now I've been doing what I think is called shadow work, and I've had to push past my fears and step outside my comfort zone to get this far. Can you tell me whether this feeling is my ego just whispering some BS in my ear, or if it's in fact my intuition? Okay. I've already applied for other jobs, but with this new career field. Okay. But within this new career field. Okay. So I don't know what fears you're addressing right now, but whenever you're addressing those fears and letting them go and doing that shadow work, as you're calling it, it definitely aligns you with something that's better for you, that's more true for you, that's more within your integrity. So, yeah, they're saying definitely listen to those promptings. They're there for a reason. So is she getting duped by her ego or something? No. Oh, I see. Let's see. Hang on a minute. Hapa sheshe he na taking pema an hala pa na ashin. I feel like you're only going to be there for like a couple more weeks, possibly. I feel like you are going to get something else. Tahe la sanseshi na ana. Is she in the right career? Like, is this the right move for her? Yes. Hala hempo mamahana atain sansela. Kishishi na ana ike ends. It almost feels like whoever the boss is, he feels like he's getting away with something with you. I don't know if he's paying you a lot less than you would be worth if you had more experience or something. But he does kind of feel like he's getting away with something. I think the vibes that you're getting aren't about the job, but they're about that boss person, the guy. Yeah, his whole environment is kind of infected with his weirdness, he's got like a creepy, I don't know if he's a pedophile or something. Now, don't jump to conclusions about that, but we're just saying it's kind of a creepy energy like that. Like he has a hidden life or he has a double life. And it's like everything in the office kind of has that creepy feeling to it. Like I just see like spider webs and like spiders crawling over the papers and stuff. So I think that's what you're sensing and feeling. It's not the line of work. And I'm asking if the line of work is something that will make you happy, and I get yes. I do feel you should finish the training, but maybe after the training, just decide for yourself. Like, I'm sorry, this isn't working. I'm sorry that I wasted your time on this training and everything, but it's just not for me. I really was giving it a shot, going through the whole thing, but I just yeah, I can't. And I feel like he might try to psychically attack you actually, because I just got a headache when I said that, when you said goodbye to him. So let me protect you from his psychic attack, whatever he's going to try to keep you there. He'll try to keep you there. So just be aware that it might be more difficult than you think to quit. But only if you're weak, so be strong and don't give in to his any kind of tactics, guilt or any of that. Because he's keeping you there for ill intentions. It almost oh. I know somebody who was molested in a dentist chair. They were put to sleep and arrested. Oh, so if you were watching, if you're one of those people who've told me about that experience, they've been arrested. So anyway, it has that kind of a creepy vibe like that. I don't know if he has like cameras in the bathroom or like he puts people under and does things to them. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. You got to get out of there. Okay. So let me protect you and get you out of there safely. And I'm going to do a blissing to bring a really great job forward for you. Okay. I gotta drink again for a minute. Oh, 14. In the shower this morning, I saw the number 14. Which one is a brand new beginning and 4 is a foundation, or like bringing harmony together. If you watch the Great Awakening video, I kind of talk about 4 a bit. But it's like bringing everything together in harmony and forming communities. And putting them together as 5, which is change. So I think they're also saying this is going to be the beginning of a change, a brand new beginning that's going to bring in more of a sense of community, of a community feel, of a feeling of belonging in your new place. Okay, but I also feel like it's a sign for all of you guys watching or listening right now that these changes that are happening right now are to bring together communities and have a brand new beginning happen, be birthed. Okay. Hapama sheshen taike san. Hala hasha shen shehela poma ake entate san se chin shehela I. Ew, he actually has the energy of a fly. Like they just showed me a fly like inserting its maggots. Um, yeah, there was this Instagram post where this fly was like putting maggots into something, releasing its maggots. Ugh. It's like he tried to put his maggots on you when you were going to go leave. And I had a bubble around you, so it just spilled around the outside of the bubble. It didn't get on you. Or hopefully he's not roofing people or something weird. Okay, hala san se pimo omaha again benatain. Okay. I just heard all systems go. Cool. Okay. So let's do the general blissing and we will be done for this week. Wow, another wormy thing. It's a centipede. But isn't that interesting? So that's got to be like 3. Yeah, I think that's 3 worms. So you guys might want to look up what worms mean. Okay, drop your shoulders, relax. Some reason I feel like you guys need, what is it? Need to be told something. It might have to do with true love for those of you who have true love counterparts. Hip him up. Somebody's coming. They said somebody's coming. Shishinkaina. Hala, even traveling to come see you, to fight for you, to do what's right and fight for you, defend against other people who might be trying to hurt you, or other people's opinions don't matter anymore because he has complete faith in your connection. This could also be like, because I've always said true love is coinciding with the energies of the world right now. This could be fighting for what's right, like standing up and like, I am God's child. You cannot force me to do anything. Like, I don't care how many wands you've got there. I'm standing my ground in love and be in your present moment and take a peaceful stand. And you will heal. You will help heal things. This is also a card about secrets coming out, or things being like things that were buried, things that were buried coming to life. This is also like reassessing. It's also like a breakup. So maybe your divine masculine is breaking up with someone and being really strong about it finally. And he's gonna come heal things with you. Oh, he said, and put things to rest. Put it all to rest. Put all the defensiveness to rest too. Dropping his guard. Putting things to rest. So I feel like this is also us going through a reassessment of what we're doing here and what we really stand for truly. And see the white puffy clouds in the sky. It looks beautiful in the background. It's like once we heal and come out of like, I feel like an incubation, then we're going to walk outside and there's going to be fresh, clean air. So I do feel it. Okay. Transformation. That's that number 5 I was talking about. Transformation of death. And I was going to say in the shower, I also felt like mentioning it is not all that crazy to be risen from the dead, you guys. Some people who are dying at this time are going to come back to life. It's not that big of a deal. It's just been hidden from us for a long time. And the Nefarians didn't want us to know that's a thing. They're also transforming lack. So, and ways that you've been kept out in the cold from people of different religions and different dividedness. I feel like, if you're in need, you're going to be welcomed into the church, whether you're a part of their church or not, because you're in need. Like, look out for your neighbors. Look out for and heal your neighbors and stand up and fight for your neighbors as well. Some kind of an apology is coming from this true love. If he threw you out in the cold due to your differences, also, it's time that he's going to bring you in and warm you up by the fire and apologize for doing that to you. He or she is on the brink of, like, he's really been feeling intuitively like he needs to make a decision and come out of indecisiveness and share his cup with you. Share his cup with you and heal things. At the bottom of the deck is a time of healing and a bright future. And something divinely guided. And it might involve getting you naked, just saying. So, and a stork in the background. I've never seen that stork before. I think that's a stork, right? So you might be having a baby. Yeah, it's a time of breeding. I just heard it's a time of breeding. And look at how big her cup is. He's going to give you a lot of love. So he's about to make a move. Yeah, going from waiting off in the distance, staring out at you, wishing and wondering and hoping, to actually taking that leap of faith and walking off of that cliff to get caught in a net. And that sun shining is the symbolism for like brand new life and a brand new beginning. He's going to be really grounded and wow, perfect match for you, both the king and the queen of pentacles. So grounded, mature, brand new beginning. So, and we have a white dog here and a white bunny, both of them white. So purity and yeah, and new beginnings and faithfulness. Faithfulness. And both of you sharing your love in a big way too, because they're both of you had this had these huge cups. I don't know where I put the Queen of Cups. She like seems to have disappeared. Oh, he's more aware about his insecurities that was keeping him from you. Still don't know where she went. The Queen of Cups is hiding. Oh, here we go. See, look how big these cups are. He's more aware of his insecurities, and he's like gained some insights on those. And it's made him like grow up pretty fast. Look at that. Now you got the King of Cups. Jeez. Queen and the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Well, you might have an offer from somebody who's a knight and somebody who's a king. Definitely choose the king of the two. So the more mature one. Okay, gosh, I did not. Okay, and what about for the world? Psychological operation, something that's been manifested, actually being made real. Oh my gosh, I think that's Nasara Jasara. Oh yeah, and the lack being transformed. Nasara Jasara. Celebration. Look at that. You guys, we've got times of celebration coming. Wow, divinely guided, something divinely guided and orchestrated coming out from hiding, coming out from the dark. You know, the Nasara Jasara has been kept in the dark for a long time, and now it's like the angels are saying it's time. It's time for this to come out from hiding. And it's time for the masculines to come out from hiding too. All right. So I'm going to actually switch this out since that ended up being a DM reading. The centipede. Okay. And we're going to, I also did a Divine Masculine report in the Great Awakening video if you want to look that up. All right. Snail. The snail is going to be the general blissing. Okay. All right. Now drop your shoulders and relax. Thank you, universe. That was a great message. Think about something you would like to have a blessing on. And as long as it's for everybody's highest good and respects everybody's free will, it will be amplified. Hama shashe na taken sa se la hepim hu on. Hala hana shashe ke e la san tipi na on. If you have an animal that you were just praying for, you're going to get your wish come true. And I feel like pulling some animal cards. I'm allergic to something in the air. So protect your animals from the toxins out there right now. And they're invisible. They can smell like fresh cut grass. But the toxins in the air right now are extremely dangerous. So the less, well, I don't know. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Try to keep your animals indoors more than outdoors right now, just until things clear up better. I'm not doing well on this medication. Is there a plan B? Maybe something more natural. Okay, so I'm going to offer up some healing to your animals right now too. Could you please grab me a surprise while you're out and about? If I go, can I come back somehow as soon as possible? Where I go potty is getting messy. Could you please clean it up? I don't like stepping on my own feces and urine. Yeah, I got to keep your animals' area clean. And please don't give them tap water. I know that's so much easier, but give them distilled water or reverse osmosis water, the same water you would drink. Otherwise, they're drinking venom and poison. I'm happy right where I am. Okay, one more. I wish you'd show me more love. Oh, okay. So blissing for animals. And we're gonna do a different little guy here. Okay, another snail, a different snail though. That's interesting. Okay. Did you see it move? You can rewind that. It just moved. I put it on there and then it went blimp. Okay. So I'm doing protection for the animals as well as doing a healing for them. Hepa omaha ma'ana te shehena against sa se pimpa homa ana I hala hapon pama ahashin hala san se ten tatahi ke shishin ke lepirin purumomo on pa alahana te shishin ke da pihe nai hala san se pe he la san se pe shishin ke naton. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for those who are live in the premiere with me. I always enjoy chatting with you guys over in the chat. And have yourselves a beautiful weekend. If you want to ask a question, just go into services on my website. Once you're a member, just go into services and click on Ask Amy Q&A, and you can ask your question there. Have yourselves a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.